I'm excited tonight to be able to get a chance. I got my journal here and I'm going to be taking some vigorous notes. So I'm going to hand the call over to Dr. Stephanie Rimka. Thanks for being with us and welcome to the call.
Oh man, thank you, Tim. So now I'm even more nervous. So this is my first corporate call, so please bear with me. I have no script. I didn't see the PowerPoint ahead of time, but he's like, "Hey, just come on in and talk." I go, "Are you sure you want me to do that?" But when it comes to talking about Riemann, first I'm just going to talk about, well, okay, you want me to introduce myself and who I am, because some people may not know me. All right, so I'm Dr. Rimka. I am in private practice in Atlanta. I've been practicing roughly 25 years. I've had 6 brick and mortars. I'm also virtual now, and I do telehealth and offer courses. So I see patients and teach people all over the world. I specialize in mental health, brain health from a holistic standpoint, from an orthomolecular psychiatry. Big word, but basically I'm a bridge between ancient principles from nature to restore the body to its natural divine state of joy and bliss, coupled with technology that focuses in electromagnetic medicine. So I use a lot of electricity, a lot of magnetism. You know, the barbaric term many of you may know of is like electric shock therapy that you saw from a movie, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. We are much more sophisticated in how we do this because you're an electromagnetic being of light. Now, that sounds like a whole lot of words, and it is. All that means is I help people reverse autism, schizophrenia, bipolar, PTSD, suicidal ideation, depersonalization, anxiety, panic attacks, and I've been doing it for decades. And I do it in a drug-free approach. I've done it with Navy SEALs, military veterans. I've done it from vaccine-injured children to parents of special needs children that in and of themselves can't sleep or whatever. Also Alzheimer's, MS, Lyme, mold. These are all things I deal with because they're all based in nervous system and brain dysregulation. Again, a lot of big words, a lot of big words. I get it. I just help people feel better from being trapped with a inflamed, out of control brain. And that usually happens from nutrient deficiencies and high levels of toxicity. Those are your 2 main reasons these are going to happen. You might have a trauma like a concussion. Okay, that happens too. Now, so why the heck am I here talking about skincare? A few reasons. I'm just going to talk about myself as a 51-year-old woman, a mother of an 18-year-old boy, a business owner, doing my thing. And although I may be seen as an influencer or a smart or whatever, at the end of the day, I also just want to be pretty and attractive and desired and wanted and feel like the most special girl in the world to at least one person. Okay. And about 2 years ago, I started testosterone replacement. And suddenly, about 6 months ago or so, I broke out with extreme severe cystic acne from it, 30 to 50 lesions at a time, very deeply along all my neck. As you can see, I don't have long hair, so I couldn't even hide it. Everything that was along the jawline, around the neck, the back of my neck, up into my scalp, my temples. It was in pain. It was embarrassing. Layering on makeup. Not wanting to wash my face before I went to bed with my partner. Just all the things. I don't want to go to the beach. Oh my gosh, I don't want to get my face wet, and he'll see everything that's happening. Who at 50 wants to have this happen? Okay. Dealing with my hormone replacement doc, no understanding of what to do. All we could do, she's like, I need to take you off all the testosterone. Within 3 to 4 weeks of that, the acne had slightly, maybe, less breakouts, but they were still there. These typically take 6 to 8 weeks to resolve on me. And it was rough. And so now we took me off the testosterone. I was tired, fatigued, couldn't sleep, getting depressed. And I told her, I said, look, I don't know. I don't think I can decide between feeling like I almost want to die at this point or clear skin. This cannot be my choices. So then, of course, the drug options came out. Well, do you want to go on spironolactone? Do you want to go on this? You want to go on Retin-A? I'm like, I am such a holistic person, you guys. I threw away a TV at 22 years old because a mentor told me to do that. I haven't had a TV or watched TV since I was 22. I haven't used deodorant or antiperspirant since I was 22. I haven't used shampoo since about 25 years, 22, 25. I wash my hair once a month when I get it cut. Like to give you an idea that I don't keep beauty products around. I don't use the kinds of things people do. I've been eating an organic, gluten-free type of diet for 20 years. I'm very crunchy granola. I wear the cleanest makeup on earth that I can find. I do want to keep it tight. Okay, so I want to have cool hair and I want to have some lipstick, but I make sure I source it from here. You know, my nail polish is actually sourced from Korea because Koreans do clean things. Okay, there's a trend there in case you don't notice it. Points on a line. So, in my desperation, what I was using was not working. It's a very, very clean line, not helping at all. One of my friends, I reached out to and I'm like, what is this stuff you're doing? I see your posts. I see what's going on. And in full disclosure, I've been on six different, 6 or 7 scientific or medical advisory boards for corporations. I consult for things like red light therapy, CBD. And for multiple years, I've been doing these things, genetics, optimization, longevity. I'm on a board of an educational institute. I teach continuing education to doctors. So I'm on multiple boards and do several things outside of my private practice. One of the companies I was consulting for came out with a skincare line. They wanted me to review it. I did. And I said, you've got to be kidding, because I will never touch this with a 10-foot pole. Nobody I know will touch this with a 10-foot pole. I can never sell or endorse this. It's toxic. It's full of cancer-causing chemicals. This is awful. So in that desperation, I said, aren't you guys worried about this Korean thing? And they go, what? They go, Riman, I'm seeing it everywhere. I don't know what it is, but everyone's talking about it. And so I reached out and they go, no, we're not worried. I go, I think you should be. And so I called to a friend. She sent me some product. I didn't watch a video. I didn't know a thing. I really barely knew anything about nothing. I was so desperate. I washed my face with it, I'm like, boo, say boo. What, why? What is that? I don't understand. This sounds so stupid. Seriously. I was like, how many steps you want me to do? I'm like, I barely washed my face. All the stories. Okay. I did it though. I did the things. I did, okay, put the boost, the spray, the things, okay, the cream, go to bed. I woke up the next day, looked in the mirror, and literally like doing these things. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. What's that? What's going on? What? 75% reduction, redness all gone, well, the cysts flat. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Like, that can't be right. I mean, and I was doing all of it going, I just don't understand what's happening here. 75% improvement at least overnight. I was like, I'm not going to cry yet. I'm not going to cry yet. I'm really happy though. Thank you so much. I'm not going to cry. Wash my face again, put it on. Did the same thing the next day. That second day, I did cry, tears of joy and gratitude. I went online and I made a video. I'm like, let me tell you, I can't get over this. You need it. And kind of since then, Spirit has just opened a path for me. Rimka, the name is almost exactly the same. We got one letter different. I think Spirit was like, baby girl, here, this is where it is. And in more full disclosure, for the last year and a half, I would say, I've been formulating my own skincare line. I have been in there, the potions and lotions. I've been experimenting with all kinds of molecules. I was speaking to a Korean distributor. I was going to have it made there. As soon as I did this, I went, well, I'm going to tap out on that whole idea because this is 100 times better. And I think I'll just sell this because they sure seem to have figured it out. I go, I don't know what magic unicorn sauce farts are in this stuff, but I love it. So then I looked it up and I went, you've got to be kidding me. I never heard of Byung-Pool. I never heard of the frequency, Jeju. Like frequency. I read it, I go, frequency water? What are these people talking about? And then I looked into it and my mind was blown. And it makes complete sense to me why this is working the way it's working now, because I understand energy, frequency, and electromagnetics and radiation because I do it for a living and I bridge ancient technology. These are ancient heritage plants with outrageous liposomal microfluidization technology. You've taken something together and put it into like Greek mythology superhero results. And that's what we're getting. And that's what that frequency water actually is. Active volcanoes create radiation that actually heal things and make everything like super mythology, like titans around them. That's what has gone on here. And the genius of this owner and developer has done something I've never seen before. And it makes total sense because none of us have had access to it before. No wonder my skin never saw this before. No wonder nothing's ever worked like this. And I'm telling you, I was doing all kinds of things, making my own chemistry sets from everything from the research that told me it should have cleared up my skin, but it wasn't doing it. And so I'm like, okay, I don't really understand what's going on here. So I am back on my testosterone. My skin is better than ever. I just interviewed my esthetician, medical esthetician, who was injecting cortisone. I got to the point, I let him inject the cortisone. I couldn't even take the pain, and I had to be on stages. I had to be speaking in front of thousands of doctors. I go, I can't do this. I'm losing my confidence. I can't walk on a stage and feel weak. I can't do it. I need it fixed. So I temporarily even let him go, do it, extract them, do what you got to do. I don't have to do any of that anymore. She saw my face this week, Tuesday, and just said, I cannot believe what I'm. She says, there's literally nothing to extract. There's nothing to inject. She's like, I need what you have. I'm going to ship it to you. I said, I'll send it to you, girl. She's like, I've never seen it. That's the most radical change in skin I've ever seen. And it's like 2 months of use. She goes, it's brighter. It's glowing. I'm like, it's this luminous light stuff. I didn't know about it either. So I'm not a skin expert. I'm a brain health expert. Okay. I'm a mental health expert. And a lot of those problems are caused by toxicity. So that's my personal testimony, mind blowing. And everybody I have using it is like the same. Maybe it's not overnight as dramatic, but within 2-3 days, they're like, you gotta be kidding me. I'm like, I know I'm not. It's tiger grass and Jeju water. That's all you need to know. It's just lava water. I don't know. And I honestly, I joke, I've looked at the science. You don't need to know the magical ingredients. You don't need to know any of the things. You're like, honey, it's tiger grass and this frequency water. It's amazing. It's magic stuff from Korea. That's all you have to say. That's really all anybody needs to know because they don't really care either. They just want to know, can it fix it? Can it make it prettier? Can it make it cleaner? And then for people like me, a lot about clean matters, right? I'm that crunchy granola mom. I'm the one that had arnica in her purse. So when her son fell down, he was getting arnica and lavender on him, essential oils. That's me. Yeah, I do things. Oh, you can't sleep? Take some vetiver. Oh, you're having, well, try some frankincense. And what about some arnica? What about, that's how I live life. Not everybody does, but it matters to me that they've banned over 3,000 toxins. It matters to me that they're way more strict in Korea than they are even in European standards. American standards are a joke. We allow anything to happen here. I want to say something a little sobering, and I may never get a chance to do this again, and you may never hear this again. So I'm going to take the chance. I'm going to tell you now. And I'm not doing this to criticize or to shame anyone. I'm doing it to bring awareness to a serious problem we have. The average baby today is born before he or she takes its very first breath. Studies have shown with an average of 287 chemicals inside that baby. 217 of those are known to cause nervous system damage. 208 of those cause birth defects. And 180 have been identified as causing cancer. So before a baby has taken its first breath, it's coming in poisoned. It's coming in with a toxic load. How are we expecting it to even function? Are we surprised at all the childhood illnesses, the allergies, the reactions? Then once they get born in the hospital, God only knows what happens, right? So as I said, I see a lot of people, lots, and it's getting younger and younger. And 20 years ago, I did not see kids with anxiety disorders. 20 years ago, I did not see children with panic disorders. I did not see, nobody heard of 13-year-olds mutilating, cutting themselves. No one ever heard of that when we were growing up. Who did that? Nobody. You know how common it is now? I see it every single week in practice. Anxiety, depression, PTSD, panic attacks, confusion, loss of emotion, depersonalization, brain fog, confusion, memory loss, loss of taste, loss of hearing, loss of smell, Sound familiar? Hair loss, all these things that people are hearing about. Thyroid dysfunction, insomnia, adrenal dysfunction, and seizures. Super common. I'm seeing them more and more. I'm going to put the pieces together here because I don't want to see one more person get something that they don't need to get that's actually causing all of these. And it has to do with some of this toxic load. Those babies are being born with that toxic load because they're getting it directly from their mothers. And the average woman is slathering on 350 to 400 chemicals a day in the name of beauty, in the name of anti-aging. Now, I want us to embrace aging in a beautiful way, and that requires radical self-love and radical self-acceptance. I can't wave a magic wand and make that happen. People are going to be pushing up against it. I'm going to be pushing up against it, maybe. It is weird to see your face change. It's like, I don't think that doesn't look like me. What happened? It's strange. I get it, the whole process. But I don't want to save one person. I kind of want to save everybody from exposure to the most toxic poison known on earth. That's a fact. It was started as a biological weapon of war to kill people. It spreads from the site of injection. It disrupts the gut microbiome. It crosses the blood-brain barrier. It paralyzes your brain cells, your heart, your lungs, your muscles, your face, and numbs you from having emotions and expressing them properly. And you can walk into any med spa, maybe any hair salon, and for $300, you can get 50 units of something we call Botox. And if I can do anything to make any of you and your children and your grandchildren never have exposure to that, which is the most toxic substance on earth known to man, that is not a lie, started as a biological weapon of war 100 years ago. And anybody can go take a weekend seminar and be certified to inject your face with it. And it passes through the placenta to a baby. And we have no idea how to detox it at all. That's what I'm here for. And that to me is what Ramon can offer to people, because it is the most extraordinary anti-aging or reverse aging rejuvenation product I've ever seen with zero toxicity. It's giving Botox style and filler results without any of that risk. People don't understand what this is doing. I didn't understand what it was doing until I studied it. And they're not being told the truth. So I've been talking about the dangers of Botox and fillers for a very long time, but it's been hard for people to go, well, I hear you, but I still don't like what I see in the mirror. I feel ashamed. I don't recognize myself. I don't want to make love to my husband. I don't want to get water on my face and have the makeup come off when I'm on a weekend with my boyfriend. But now you can. Ramon is doing it because it's healing you from the inside out. And we can start with the collagen, with the gut supplement. We start from beauty from the inside out. You should not be beautiful at the cost of your health. Your health should get better. This is healing you at a cellular level, going from the inside or topical. We're going both ways. Growing hair back. I know we're not supposed to say it, but you say what you want. My hair is growing back. So I do use this, and I sent it to my mother. She's like, you can send me more of the hair stuff. I said, okay, mommy, I'll send you more. So there's a little bit of my why, and it matters to me. I don't need you guys to know those stats, but I know every time you're selling this to someone and you're giving the collagen mask and they're having those Botox style results, I'm going to do one tonight because I have a photo shoot tomorrow, and I'll do one in the morning too. So I'm super fresh. You are saving potentially someone's life. I've seen patients go deaf. I've seen them have full face paralysis. I've seen them have suicidal ideation, all directly from Botox. I am tired of it. I'm tired of them thinking that is safe and that's the only option. This is an extraordinary option. And the idea that 20-year-olds are getting it and then 13-year-old little girls are using poisons, get them on this instead. I'm looking at their 20, 30 year down the road. Are they able to have babies? Are they going to be fertile? So please, to me, it's more than just skincare. It's really whole body care. It's your holistic way of saying, and the whole concept of the Korean heritage plants and that ritual of mothers teaching the daughter, like take time, give yourself a ritual of adornment, of self-care, of self-love. I love it. So there's my testimony on this and why and the products and what the ingredients, the why that maybe some of you have missed. We could do a science call another time, but nobody cares about all that. That isn't important. And can I just do a side note about MLM a little bit on the benefits of this industry, Tim? Can I get 2 more minutes? Okay. So I'm a doctor in private practice. Again, 6 practices. One was a miserable failure, sort of. It was a financial failure. It closed the doors. Because I'm the type of doctor that did this just because I wanted to help people. That's it. I was so dumb and naive. I opened my first practice with something called box on a wall. That meant there was a box on the wall. And you put in what you could afford. We didn't last a year. I tried really hard. I'm that kind of doc that struggled to get paid. I felt guilty for someone paying a sick person giving me money. Like, I wish I could just do it for free. I tried, and really, it doesn't work. You can't pay your rent like that. So it's taken me a journey to learn how to make a business profitable and not feel guilty at the same time. At one point, I had a private practice. I pretty much donated most of my money to a nonprofit, and I was flipping houses on the side just so I could make money because I felt so guilty. So I had to get myself congruent with I deserved to make money. But I'm going to tell you, one of the industries that helped me do that tremendously has been network marketing. This direct sales network marketing industry I've been in for about 6 years. The practice, I make a good living and I help people and I can give away stuff and do price reductions and have gratis cases and do whatever I want because the network marketing gives me a freedom in travel, community. Private practice is very lonely. This has given me fun. It's given me purpose to go have like water cooler talk with people. And it has given me quite a bit of money that helps me fund some of my nonprofit kind of stuff in practice, as well as an exit strategy. So a lot of doctors in private practice, we don't really have an exit strategy. We're working. If we're not working, we're not making any money. This helps me make money when I sleep, and it helps me make doctors money when they sleep so they can take some time off. So maybe they can write a course or they can write a book or they can just have a vacation with their kids for a change and they're not always gone. So this has given me time. I had to close my practice temporarily because my son had a brain disorder himself and got very sick. And it was this industry that allowed me to do it. That money could come in and I could leave the state, take him to get specialized care for 2 years. And I didn't lose my house and I didn't lose my cars and I didn't have to stop sending my mom money because network marketing, I learned how to leverage myself and have a team working with me and teaching me. And I've grown tremendously and been blessed to even be on medical boards and formulate products for them. It's a fun industry and it's built on, I don't win unless you win. I don't make any money unless I'm helping teach you how to make money. I'm a college ball player. I can't think of anything better than that because my whole team has to win. My whole team has to score. Like, who cares if you're an MVP if you lost? You know what I mean? That's stupid. So I think it's a beautiful industry in and of itself. And I was almost ready to walk away from some heartbreak and some disappointment and some betrayals I experienced before. And Riemann has come along and giving me my own rebirth. So I'm really grateful. And I hope you consider joining us. We have a good time. And it's pretty light, it's skincare. I'm crying and I'm a very sensitive person and I feel big feelings, but it's fun. It's fun helping people feel beautiful again. It's fun getting messages. Oh my God, I usually avoid mirrors. And now I look in the mirror and I can't believe that I never normally feel sexy, but I feel sexy for the first time. That's a beautiful thing to hear from 50 and 60 and 70-year-old people. I love it. So thank you, Tim, for the time. And I know it was a little long, but
no, it's perfect. I'm going to get out of the way quickly, make room for you. This was unbelievable. Like it was so, I'm over here getting teary eyed. You do such an amazing job. Obviously, every time your mouth opens up,